Prior to doing this task, I had truly never even investigated the meaning of local history. I had presumed that it would encompass more of the dates and physical impacts of a disaster that happened to the community. However, I had definitely entered this task with the wrong idea. After reading into Bates and Collier's article and completing my first perspective on place-based pedagogy, I was able to realize that local history could also be a relationship to the land, a relationship that is based on memories, stories, and cultural connections. Through this task, I've also reconsidered my understanding on how I view young minds. When I think of myself as a future educator looking at my future classroom, I often think about the way they learn in a more passive manner, absorbing facts, then moving on to the next topic. However, through completing Perspective 2, I've completely shifted that perspective, looking into the efforts of not only adults, but children made to assist the wider community. In saying this, I would love to approach a classroom and ask questions and engage with issues that matter to them. This assignment really shifted my perspective of learners from future adults to active citizens in the now. Through this lens, I've truly been able to understand that the 2022 Lismore floods was not just a tragic event, but a living example of how country, community, and different groups of people respond, recover, and make meaning out of something that affected so many different people in so many different ways. One thing I would really like to understand further is how environmental events like floods are interpreted by Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander knowledge systems. While reading about sea country, I was truly able to think about country as alive and not just a backdrop. This has sparked my curiosity to learn more about this. Additionally, I have shifted my focus from mainstream media to quieter perspectives such as elders, long-term residents, and families who dealt with the tragedy firsthand. Working through this task made me really consider how we sift information and why some people's stories are simply just overlooked. This has inspired me to continue looking into First Nation perspectives and the way that they view place and community. Module 2 raised important ethical questions about how we teach place-based stories. Are we honouring country? Are we representing voices respectfully? Are we encouraging students to think critically about what should happen next? And that's why I chose 2 perspectives in my children's book, a Bundjalung elder perspective and a community responder perspective. Together, they show 2 different but connected forms of care. I want students to see themselves as part of this story, not distant observers. Using the critical pedagogy of place framework, I hope students can explore what's happened here, what is happening now, and where is this place heading, and what should happen here. My chosen contribution is a multimodal children's nonfiction book that helps kids engage with place, culture, and community in meaningful ways. I want students to feel that their voice, their empathy, and their perspectives matter, and that they're capable of shaping the future of Lismore in thoughtful and responsible ways.